Hello, Flosstube. Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches here. This is my Flosstube update number 356. Yeah, it is mid-October, October 19th. Today is the 19th. Yesterday, the Jingle Ball tickets went on sale. We'll talk about a little bit more about that a little later on. I was very excited. And I have another finish. October's great for it seems to be, and an almost finish. I'm just a few stitches away from finishing this, and I was kind of hoping I would have it finished. I was like trying to work on it last night, and I was just falling asleep, and so I'm just a few stitches away from finishing it. So by the end of the day today, it certainly will be finished. So yeah, so I'm going along well. October seems to be, I think this would be my 1, 2, 3, 4th finish for the month, and it's, only the 19th. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on what I was working on last week. Was as part of my birthday stitching. My birthday was on the 10th, and so I was working on number 4 of the Black Cat Season patterns by Lindy Stitches, Stephanie Webb of Lindy Stitches. And so she had, like I said before, I think designed, these 6, what she called Black Cat Season patterns, designed as a bell pull. You could finish them individually, whatever. And she also did some free patterns that you could put in between the patterns. But anyway, so it was conceived as all one pattern and all that. So this is the one I finished, number 4, House Panther. And this is, I get the right part of it. Yeah. Okay. So this is number 4, Beware House Panther. So this is one of the free border patterns that she did, and then this one down here is another one. So the pattern itself starts with the word beware and ends with the word house panther. So last week, I think I was working on the window and had not put the cat in there yet, but so yeah. So that's done. And this black line, this black dotted line is just a thread of 310 to line up that left side of the patterns, so that, because they don't all go, some of them start on the very edge of the pattern and some of them don't. And so I just wanted to make sure I didn't put one, put any of them out of whack. So this is the full length one. This is the first one, and this is one of the pattern things. So I put that on the top, and I have just very little fabric left up here, but I think it's enough to make the bell pull part of it. So this one, Midnight Walker Shadow Stalker, is the first pattern, and then this one, Black Cat Singing in the Dead of Night, it says. And then this one, May the blackest cat you've ever seen make you smile on Halloween. And you just have this, it starts here with the cat faces, and then the cat feet. And then the Beware House Panther is the 4th one. And so the next one up, I don't have do I have the 6th one here? Yeah. So the 5th one is called Good Luck. This one, see a black cat, pick it up all the day, you'll have good luck. Is the number 5 pattern, and the number 6 pattern, somewhere here, yeah, is just called Black Cat Season, I think is, yeah, Black Cat Season. So I just have 2 left to go, and hopefully it won't take me as long to get, oh, I'm about to lose my threader thing in there. But so, hopefully it won't take me so long to finish it. I don't think I'll finish it by Halloween, of course, because I have 2 patterns left to go, but I bought it last year, I think is when she came out with this design, and I just got stalled out on it. I don't remember where I got that needle minder. I can't remember, but I thought it was appropriate for this one. Yeah, so anyway, so that was one of the finishes I had for this month. And then the other thing I was working on was one of my WIPGO calls. My number, I think this is number 17. So number 8 was Karma Chameleon that I finished last week, and the October Rabbit that I finished also. And so this was number 17 was the Fox, was the main project. And then the barn owl was the secondary object, and that's a new start for me. So the fox was almost finished last week, and I was hoping I would finish it. I had left to do like the thigh and finish the back feet, and then finish the tail. I had not finished those things, and there's like this little snowdrop, and then these 2 little snowdrops were left, or maybe it's this one. One of them was left. So anyway, that was the fox, and I wasn't sure if I could finish it because it was a lot of stitching in the body and the tail. Oops, and I got it upside down. Let me fold this just so the light doesn't go through it. But there's the fox. So it's almost finished. I just have, what I have left to do is just the tail end of the tail. So these 2 stitches in the tail, it seems like they would go fast because it's basically just filling. You're just filling in the orange. I did all the white stitches, and I had done the brown and black edging and all that before. So all I was doing the last couple of days was the orange filling. But it's just trickier because you have to, I went ahead and did excuse me, did these little white loopy things down the length of the tail so that I would not make a mistake, and because you have, having to stitch in between them, whatever. I didn't want to accidentally, put a stitch where it didn't belong if the white wasn't there, because I thought at first about doing the white last. I didn't excuse me, I didn't want it to get like grungy, being handled or whatever, or for sometimes people talk about how if you stitch another color, sometimes the white picks it up or whatever. Anyway, but because of the way the pattern is, I wanted to go ahead and do the white first, and then I also had to do white here on the thigh. But anyway, so I think last time I had done, I worked on the black of his face, and I had started on the black of his feet, but I finished the feet and and then there's black all along the tail, and then there's, you can see it up close, there's yellow or orange, kind of a light yellow-orange color along the tail here also. and then it goes inside the tail here. So, and you can see it a little better when I hold it up close. You can see the darker orange little designs in his fur. And it's because that darker orange is a variegated thread, it blends in a little bit more with the lighter orange, which is the DMC color of this, background color here. So, but, and that's one reason why it looks so uneven, like in the tail here, because with the variegation, it goes from very dark orange to a lighter orange. It's almost the same color as this orange here. But anyway, so you can see it still there. So it's almost done. There's like I said, there's one little white snowdrop here, I think. But I didn't do it when I was, doing these snowflakes and crystals or whatever they're called. I didn't do this one just because I ran out of thread, basically, where I was doing it up here. And so I still have to put that in. I have it like circled. I have a working copy of the pattern, and I have that circled with a pencil so that I don't forget it. And because I did add this in here, so yeah. So that's the fox is almost done, and that'll be. And this is the border that I made up for it too, because I'm doing three of the patterns on one piece of fabric. So. Yeah, so I kind of want to finish the border when I finish the fox, so that it'll be well and truly done, But anyway, so yeah, that's the fox. This is by Cottage Garden Samplings, the You're in the Woods series. So like on this piece of fabric, of course, there's the swans and the jackrabbit. That's number 2 and number 3. So, and 4, 5, and 6, I can't remember off the top of my head. Let's see if I've got them written down here, because I think I worked on all or most of them. Maybe I didn't this year. The raccoon is number 4. Number 5 is the ferret, and number 6 is the bear. So I have not worked on the raccoon yet this year. The ferret and the bear, I did, earlier, did 7 days on them. The little brown bat, the beaver, and the reindeer are the last 3, 10, 11, and 12. But 6, 7, and 8, I did do, 7, which was the cardinal, I think. Anyway, the 6, 7, 8 are the sort of summer ones. The barn owl, the bald eagle, and the woodpecker. That's what, not the cardinal, woodpecker. And so the bald eagle and the barn owl, I have not started. The woodpecker, I did a little bit of a start on. Actually, let me see if I've got it here. Yeah. So I think I showed last time that I worked on the border for the barn owl, because it's going to go in this corner here. So I wanted to go ahead and do a little bit more of the barn owl, and I don't have I have just like the very beginning of the border here on this side. And then this is going to be the bald eagle, and then there's the woodpecker that I worked on earlier. It was like this one, the secondary chart. So this is where the barn owl is going to go, and that is this one. So that's the next step of my agenda. As like I said, I'm going to finish the woodpecker, the fox, by the end of the day today. And so the next will be the barn owl. I have a symphony concert I'm going to tonight, so I don't know if I'm get started on it at all, but that's the next one that I'm doing. And this is, again, Cottage Garden Samplings of Barn Owl. And I think that fabric, I don't know if it's 28 or 32. I can never remember offhand, but I dyed it myself. And they're all this same, sort of sagey green color. But all the fabric is all the same color. On the models, they have some of them done on a green like this, and some of them done on a more of a blue like that one. But all of mine are all on this color. So on this one, for instance, these got it upside down, but these trees, some of them don't stand out as well because of because they're kind of the same as the fabric, but I think it still looks good, and it's all very foresty. So yeah, so I'm hoping that I can get a lot done on the barn owl. So that is my WIPGO stuff, and then yesterday was the tickets went on sale for the Jingle Ball. It also and I think I didn't mention it last week, but I did put the link in the description box, and I'm going to try to do that again this time. Hold on just a second. I don't know what's going on with my throat. Anyway, the Jingle Ball tickets went on sale yesterday. Now, the Jingle Ball, for those of you who might not know, though most of you, I think, have been around here the last couple of years. I think this is the third year of the Jingle Ball. And it is a virtual stitching event. So it's like a retreat, except that it's all virtual. It's all on camera, not physically, in a location. So you don't have to buy a hotel room, you don't have to buy airfare, you don't, nothing like that. You can sit around and drop something, sit around in your pajamas if you want to. So you don't have to worry about that sort of thing. Hold on just a second. Sorry, apparently I had a needle minder come apart. I don't know where that's from. So I was talking about the Jingle Ball. So it's, like I said, it's a virtual event, so you can do it, you're in the comfort of your own home, but, everybody who signs up for it, there's stitching rooms, so to speak, and so you can just, go in there and talk to fellow stitchers, or you could lurk if you want, or there's meet and greets with the various designers. There's 12 designers, the 12 designers of Christmas, of the Jingle Ball. So there's individual designers, you can do meet and greets, and these are all, the meet and greet things are scheduled. There's a schedule you can look at, this one's at 8 o'clock, this one's at 9 or whatever. And there's also like little entertainment kind of video things and various things like that. There's also a speed dating, which is a new thing they did last year. But that's where I don't know if it's like 5 minutes or something like that of just like people sign up for that and they sort of just get randomly assigned to another stitcher. So for a few minutes you can talk about oh hi, my name is such and such. I do blah blah blah. I like this kind of stitching. So you can just chat and get acquainted, and then boop, you 5 minutes later you're hooked up with somebody else, whatever. So you can do that. But also, like I said, there are classes for each of the designers do classes. There's shopping also, so you can go buy patterns, or there's kind of freebies or Jingle Ball exclusives, whatever. but there are classes you can take if you want to. You can either get a PDF kit, or you can get it actually kitted up for some of them. Some of them, like Lindy Stitches, hers is PDF only. It's not kitted. So you kit it up yourself. You find threads and fabric and all that kind of stuff on your own. Either what you have in stash, or maybe you can go out and kit it up or whatever as you want to. And then so the classes, they're finishing classes. Like, this is their design, and you can stitch it if you want to. Usually stitch it prior to the event, and then during the class they'll show you how to finish it in the way that they finished it for their model of what they're doing. So I went ahead and bought the tickets to attend the Jingle Ball are only $10. So that's very easy. If all you want to do is go and stitch and take a look, and maybe buy something at the shopping event, but the ticket itself is only $10. So if that's all you want to spend, you can still enjoy the whole weekend of the Jingle Ball. But also, if you want to do classes, they're a little bit more. It's an additional expense, and so they each vary depending on whether you get it kitted up by them or if you want to kit it up yourself. Also, the ones that they kit up, there's a limited number, I guess, because they'll only have so many pieces of this fabric, or so many of this item or whatever. But if you kit it up yourself, there's those PDF versions of the kits are, I think, not sold at all. They're just anybody can buy them. There's however many people. So that's fun. The class itself, I think, is limited to the number of people, I think, but I'm not positive. But anyway, like I said, if you want to find out more information about that, you can go to jingleball.net is the website. And like I said, the tickets went on sale yesterday, but the tickets to attend the event are, you can buy them up until the day of the event. I think, the day of they stopped selling them, but anyway, it's a lot of fun. So, like I said, I bought 2 classes. The first one is one that Lindy Stitches is doing, Stephanie Webb's doing, up on the rooftop stockings. The little miniature stockings, like that. And they're really very little. There's a little template that comes with it, so they're not very big at all. So you stitch the little stocking thing, and then she tells you how to finish them. They're finished with rickrack. And so, if you want, you can order, like from Lindy Stitches, for instance, the fabrics and the rickrack and whatever. I think she has like a recommendation, lady.creates or whatever. But you could certainly, you can use anything you want, but rickrack or whatever to finish it. But and then these are actually, I think they're like actual stockings, like they're not just flat finishes. I think they're actual, like you could stick something in them, like a little candy cane or your finger or whatever, fits in. I think they're actually like in a way like real stockings. I think. Let me see here. I think, yeah, the rickrack, you can kind of see here, they have a little button on there. You can barely see the button in there, but I think they're used to attach them. But anyway, so the class, they'll show you how to finish it, right? So I bought that one, Lindy Stitches, the Up on the Rooftop Stockings, and let me see if I've got I bought another one from the Blue Flower. And that was the, what is it called? Frosty Forest. It's by Jeanine McGowan, Festive Forest with the Blue Flower. Jeanine McGowan with the Blue Flower. So it's this little round, I want to say bonbon shape, you know. So the way the pattern works is, you know, is this little, you know, it's a little design of the forest part, and then the top of it is like kind of a pointy shape like this. And so then each of the points, you know, comes together, and you know, so you make that little shape. So this part of the tree and this part of the tree are those little pointy parts, and they, you know, come together. So yeah, so that's the other project that I ordered. I haven't gotten the PDF yet from for that one, but it should be any day now. Anyway, so yeah, there's probably well, you know, if you think about like the cost of going to a retreat, you know, the airfare or traveling there, a hotel room, you know, whatever, it's not something that I'd be able to do very often at all. The expense or whatever, just because I'm on a fixed income, and I don't have a lot of money to spare for that, you know, for that sort of thing. I I have a lot of FOMO when people say, oh, I went to this retreat and I went to that retreat and I, you know, bought this project, but you know, I was like, oh, I wish I could do something like that. Well, I can do that with a Jingle ball. You know, I can go and I have to, you know, be judicious about what I spend my money on. But like last year, I kind of spent a lot of money on I went, you know, did a lot of shopping. But you know, that's up to you how you participate in that. But like I said, the really nice thing is you can participate in just sitting around and stitching with other stitchers for $10. You know, it's a lot of fun. So anyway, that was Friday. That was this weekend. And earlier this week, my aunt had sent me a little gift card for my birthday, and as unglamorous as it sounds, I wanted to buy underwear. You know, it was a joke about, you know, like, if you don't tell me what you want for Christmas, I'm getting you underwear, whatever, you know. But yeah, I wanted to buy underwear, and so with the gift card, it came in handy, you know, to do that sort of thing. So anyway, so I just went, you know, to Target, to buy inexpensive underwear. But while I was there, I went through, because I always go through the dollar spot, and so I bought this. It's Halloweenish, right? There's little bats on the little houses. Very cute little, you know, triptych kind of thing that they had there at Target. I think this was like $3. But the nice thing about it, is that we were using it in our Three Sisters video. We had it as a centerpiece. There's this side of it that actually, you know, if you wanted to, you could paint like little Christmas lights on it, you know, and have it be Christmassy. So this side could be Halloween, and this side could be Christmas if you wanted to, you know, paint or decorate it or whatever for Christmas. So that was kind of fun. And then the other thing, they had, you know, like Halloween stuff and fallish Thanksgiving stuff and Christmas stuff there in the dollar spot. Like they had some really cute little pumpkins that were kind of flocked, that fuzzy surface. There were some, I think, that were other materials, but they had these little flocked pumpkins that were really cute. And then they had some kind of wreaths that had, like those crescent moons with the little face, that sort of thing. And then like a wreath circle, so there were like fall leaves or flowers or something on the other side of it. And I thought, that would be really good, like if you had a fall or Halloween stitching that you wanted to attach to something, it would be really nice on that little wreath. Since all of my finishing things are put away, because part of me really, really wanted that little moon wreath thing, that I thought, if I wanted to finish something on there, I'm just not in a position to do that because, like I said, all my finishing things, my mat board, all that kind of stuff is all put away. It's all in storage. And actually, I was thinking about that for the Jingle Ball. I thought, I really can't. You have like 30 days after the initial class to, like, if you want to watch the video again or whatever, you have access to it. If you sign up for the class, you have access to it for 30 days after the Jingle Ball. But like I said, I don't have access to my cross-stitching stuff, for the time being, because we're in this, trying to sell the house limbo. But I can still, I can take notes. I can figure out, how to do whatever. So I went ahead and took the classes, because I wasn't going to sign up for them because of this, like I said, inability to finish anything. I was reading some of the instructions that says, what you need to do. And it says, fire up your iron, and, have your iron handy, and everything else. And yeah, I don't know that I'll have anything handy, but like I said, if nothing else, I can, take copious notes and, and whatever for finishing those things. But anyway, so I bought that little haunted house thing, and then I bought they're $1 So there's a little penguin, and there's a little gingerbread man. They're really cute. So he's got a little hat. He's got a little piece of, he's got like little glue threads on him. It's not, you're sure they were made in China or something. I don't know. But yeah, for $1, what the heck. Get a little feet. This little gingerbread. There was a really, I kind of wanted, there were little black cats, and I kind of wanted that, but it was kind of, it wasn't very cute. So, yeah, I don't need that. Anyway, so that's about all I have. So I'm hoping, like I said, to finish the fox in the next, I don't know, hour or so. And then hopefully, try to get started on the barn owl. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, so I have the rest of the month to finish working on the barn owl, and I think, let me look at my calendar here real quick. Yeah, so I have almost 2 whole weeks, all of next week and the week of the 27th, for for October, for what's left of October. So maybe I'll make enough progress on the barn owl that it would actually look like something. But like I said, I still have the dilemma that I had before, like the Sleepy Hollow things that were on my WIPGO board. I don't know that I'll be able to get to them, but it depends on whether or not the house sells. You know what? It's funny. I was thinking about that the other day. That I've been praying that the house sells. Praying that like somebody will buy the house, and then the house, the perfect house that we're looking for, the right size, the right price, the right condition, the right part of town or whatever. That I have faith that God's going to provide the right place for us at the right time. And, maybe from my timing, like, my timing would be, in the next couple of days, day after tomorrow or whatever. That may not, the right place might not come around, whatever. But what I realized, what I thought about is that I want to pray for this house to be the house that somebody else is looking for, the right place. Somebody else is looking for a house that is this size, this many bedrooms, this many bathrooms, this neighborhood, whatever, certain, whatever aspects of this house that are positive. I'm praying that it's the answer to somebody's prayer, right? Somebody else looking for a house like this, and I'm hoping that, their prayers are answered, which would answer our prayers, and somebody else is selling a house that they're praying about or hoping for, so that somebody will come along and buy it, and we may be the perfect buyers for them. So, all the pieces of the puzzle have to fit together. But, so I want to not be praying selfishly, if you will, like, I want the right house, please, but to pray about it unselfishly, say, I hope this house is the answer to somebody else's prayer. And, you may not be in that so inclined, whatever, but that's the way I look at it myself. So anyway, like I said, what I started to say was that my WIPGO for November and December is partly up in the air because of the Sleepy Hollow debacle that I have. But I may, I have the bald eagle of that Year in the Woods series, some Cottage Garden samplings. And I have more of the Starry Night patterns, the Prairie Schooler Starry Night patterns. I think I have 2 more of those that to finish before that project is completely finished. And I have the Black Cat season that was not on my WIPGO board, but I have it, sitting there, so I could work on that for November and December. And then I have actually a pattern that has not been called yet. It's Deep Waters, and I have 4 of the rabbits to do still. So I've got things to work with over the next 2 months. Deep Waters, Wayfaring Stranger, which is the pattern that I designed for my dad. Deep Waters, I can't remember the designer on that. So those 2 patterns are my main call for my WIPGO for 1 month, two of the squares. And then the raccoon, which is part of this Year in the Woods series. And the other 2 are, the other one is one of the Sleepy Hollow patterns. I was going to try to finish it. But like I said, I have things I can substitute in, so we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, I think that's everything. So, like I said, I'm going to put the link to the Jingle Ball website down below, so you can, if you have not yet bought tickets, you can go ahead and do that. And you can look and see if, you know, if you want to do one of the classes or whatever. I don't know how the kidded classes are going. I don't know how many people are taking advantage of that. But if nothing else, you could do the PDF version. If the kidded kits are, you know, sold out or whatever, there's always the PDF version of the classes so that you know, get it from Stash or whatever. So yeah. But yeah, so I think that's everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Like I said, try to put that in the description box, and I think that's it. That's all I have to share for this week. So I will see you all next time. You know, hopefully I'll be able to show you another finish of the fox and show you how I'm doing on the barn owl. I think that's it. So, okay, I will see you next time, and until then, thanks for watching.